Stay tuned. The show is about to begin.
Stay tuned. The show is about to start. Actually, in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, the show will start. So if you are listening to this in replay, you can fast forward past this portion and get right into the show. So once you see video on us, that means we're into the show. And a couple of things. When you are in the show, if it seems that our image does not fit the screen, just pinch it down, squeeze it down, and it will come into frame. Also, if you want to make a comment or a question during the show,
The show is about to begin.
the easiest way to do that would be to hit the ask button. So you can hit that ask button, choose an emoji, and type a comment. So the comment can be just about anything as long as it's not vulgar. So you can type, hey, I would like to come to the stage, and talk. So you can type that. You can just type a comment, your opinion on the topic we are talking about. And again, the show will start in approximately 1 minute. And we're happy you're here, whether you're here live or you're listening to in replay. We love it when you come to our show. We love it when you're here. And we love to interact with our audience, which is really cool. Wow. Okay. We do still have approximately 30 seconds or so, and then we'll get right to it. See you soon. Bobbleheads.
Greetings, everyone. This is I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill. Let me say that again. I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
And I'm Anthony Cordova. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure I can see us properly. There we go.
Okay, you just pinched us down.
I
and
did.
Again, if you are here in the show and we seem like we're not fitting your screen, just pinch us down, and it will come into frame.
And we won't even feel it.
Cool. That's a good one. Yeah, we won't even feel it. We won't feel it. All right. Well, that is cool. That is cool. I'm happy to be here, Jill.
You are?
It's another week of I'm right. But I'm thinking it's like, how long has it been? How long have we been doing this show?
How long have we been doing I'm Right?
Yes,
Or
I'm
how
right.
long have
I'm
we
right.
been doing it on Fireside?
Oh, well, you can say both if you wish, but how
Well,
long?
altogether,
Let's-
probably 5.5 years,
5.5 years.
but a little over a year on Fireside.
Wow. Okay.
So we've been at
So-
this for a while.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
I'll give you a couple of dollars. I will.
I want the gun.
I will.
That shoots out more. Money gun.
If I had a money gun, it would shoot out pennies.
Oh, that would hurt. No, that would hurt. It was like, ow.
Pling, pling. That's all I can afford. Shoot out pennies. I
Oh,
could shoot
boy.
out. How long do you think 100 pennies would last?
Not very long, because the person you're shooting it at would run.
pennies make dollars.
A lot of them.
Pennies
Yeah, a lot
make
of pennies make dollars.
Yeah. So what's happening tonight? What are we doing tonight, Jill?
Well, tonight our episode is called "Go Ahead, Do What You Want to Do."
Do what you want to do. Who
do you
came
wanna
up? Who
do?
came up with that
You did.
title? I think it was you.
No, that was not me. Do I speak like that? No.
Well, I don't know why I chose that. I must have been in a mood. must have
What
been
kind
in
of
a
mood?
mood.
What kind of mood would bring an episode like this?
Maybe I wanted to do what I want to do.
And who stopped you? Not me.
I don't know.
In fact,
Maybe it was myself.
you are the man that one time, I don't know if I've told this audience that before, but one time my mother and I were concerned about you.
I'm a man.
It doesn't matter what you are. We were concerned. We were concerned about you.
I don't.
So we were trying to get you to do something.
I
and
don't.
What do you do?
I don't.
You said, "I'm gonna do what I want to do." And you were gone.
I was gone. I was just
I'm
going
like,
to the
what
store.
kind of mess is that? But you weren't feeling well.
You
could have had an accident.
No.
You could have endangered other people.
Didn't have an accident. I told you
Well,
I felt
thank goodness.
fine. I felt fine, and I went to the store and back without incident.
Thank
But no,
goodness.
I don't need a babysitter.
We were not babysitting
I'm a
you.
grown man.
We were not babysitting you.
Yes, you were trying to babysit me.
I was never. Well, no, actually, I was a good babysitter. Believe it or not, I was a good babysitter when I was younger. But
yeah, of course you were.
I don't know why people thought I was a good. I thought I was horrible with little children, and for a long time, little children scared me.
Mm,
In fact, to this day, I only do well with children I know.
I see.
You know,
I see.
But anyway, I don't want to babysit a grown person, an adult.
You
So
tried.
I was not trying to babysit you. I was trying to express concern. And I did
Yeah.
express concern. It wasn't a
And-
try.
and I told
did.
you that I was okay. Now you should
You got
know.
lucky. You got
should
lucky because you're
know.
also the same person that to this day, you don't think you passed out in the doctor's office. So
I was at the doctor's office. I was at the right spot.
But imagine this. Imagine this. You like if I had
I
gone into
was
the
at
waiting, if
the
I'd
right
gone,
spot.
if I'd gone into the doctor's office and you had come with me, but you didn't come into the examination room, and then all of a sudden 3 people approach you in the waiting room and they're whispering. I'm like, what? And they're whispering, what? He passed out. What?
You
And then
passed-
they came
you have
out and-
passed out many more times than I.
But I acknowledge like, oh, is that what happened? But not you. To this day, you think you didn't pass out.
I fell asleep.
No. Admit it.
No, I fell asleep.
Medical professionals came out and used the words, he passed out. Can you please come with us?
Well.
That's scary.
Now, but listen. The reason that happened was my doctor had put me on this new medication.
It doesn't matter why. The
And
point is,
so-
the point is,
And I was
you
at the
to
right
this day-
spot to pass out. So
Well,
cool.
I want to welcome Really Charlie to the show. Hi, Really Charlie. How are you? I can talk to Charlie. He's
Hi,
sensible.
Charlie. Hi, Charlie.
And not this one over here.
And I want everybody to know because I haven't mentioned it lately, but Charlie has a show on Sundays. I believe it's at 1:00 Eastern. I think it's 1:00 Eastern. If I'm incorrect, let me know. But it's all about
Fentanyl.
fentanyl. I was getting ready to say meth. But
No,
it's all
not
about
the same
fentanyl.
thing.
Fentanyl.
He says 12 noon.
12 noon. Okay.
And he says, what's happening?
What's up?
What's up?
But I've learned something from that show. There is a difference between an overdose and a poisoning.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. So
I learned that in journalism from reporting.
So yeah,
Too many fentanyl stories.
yeah. So yeah, many of these stories are not overdoses; they are poisoning. So people didn't even know what they were ingesting,
That's right.
and
That's right.
that's messed up. That's
That's
messed up.
right. And it
So
can have deadly consequences,
yeah,
which is why some people, not all, and I'm looking at the people who gave Prince his medication, but some people are now being charged for it.
yes, which is good.
Yeah,
Which is really good.
that's progress, if you ask me.
Yeah.
No one asked me, but I told you anyway.
Yes, you did. Yes,
Because
you
I have
did.
opinions.
So, back to topic.
Yes. Woo, look at you
Do,
keeping us on topic.
do what you want to do.
He was going to say Prince too.
Yeah,
Yes.
but do what you want to do.
Oh, and Frankie J is here, and he says, I was an EMT. Yes. And he saw some stuff. I bet you did.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a job I couldn't do. Could not be an EMT.
I've taken
so
a lot of
hats off to
ambulance
you.
rides.
Yeah, but you weren't the EMT.
I was not the EMT, but I've taken
You
a
were the
lot of rides.
passenger. You
I
were
was
the
a passenger.
the patient.
One time I went from the doctor's office across the street to the hospital
I know. Yeah.
because I kept saying, I don't need to get in the ambulance. It's right there.
There.
I was talking and everything. They're like, no, ma'am, we think you should get in.
Okay. Now, back to topic, which is do what you want
Frankie
to
J
do.
says it's not a sexy job though, but insurance.
Yeah. So do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
Go ahead, do what you want to do. So again, I asked, what is it that you want to do
Well,
that you don't think I let you do?
oh, I didn't say that. I said you brought up that one time, but
Yes, because
there-
you did what you wanted to do,
I was gonna do
and
what I was
praying.
gonna do.
I was praying that it had
I was-
the outcome that it did.
I was fine. Anyway, so yeah, in life, sometimes we just need to do what we want to do. Like sometimes, now I'm not this type of person, but other people are. So sometimes a person might be on hard times. Maybe money is tight, right? And instead of doing the responsible thing, and to keep, try to be frugal and all of that, they just do what they want to do. And they go out and buy a new car.
Well,
And sometimes it's a good thing to do that,
because that's how
thing
some
to-
people cope,
Yeah, so sometimes
like
it gives
retail
them
therapy.
yeah, but it gives them some relief. But buying a car
It's not
when
the
you're
most responsible thing.
flat
to do.
broke,
No,
yeah,
it's not.
It's not. But sometimes you just gotta do what you want to do.
Like the time I
Sometimes.
went and got the $800 ring. While you're thinking about that, Charlie says $1,800 bill later. Get in. Yeah, that's true. And Frankie
Yeah.
J says that one time at band camp.
Band camp. That
What
sounds
happened
exciting.
to you at band camp? What's that mean, Frankie J?
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But I think that gets back to the episode we had when we were just doing the regular podcast of that devil on your shoulder. The devil on
In
this
fact,
shoulder.
you don't have on the shoulder.
angel on this shoulder, and that devil is just telling
The
you
devil
to
often wins, doesn't it?
just do what you want to do. You deserve it. Just do what
But
you want to
sometimes
do.
you do deserve it.
Yeah, well, sometimes you do, but again, if we take finances out of the picture, sometimes, yeah, just doing what you want to do. So
Well-
you're like, hey, I just want to go for a walk by myself.
Okay.
Cool. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell on myself a little bit. But I went before I met you,
Yeah.
but after my divorce.
Yeah.
So in between, I went through this phase where I just wanted to have casual relationships, hookups,
Ooh.
because that's just what I wanted to do.
Ooh. I bet
It
your
didn't
mama
like,
doesn't say do what you want to do.
well, it's not like I discussed that with her.
Well, see, Jill,
Who does that? Hey, mom, I'm gonna go have a hookup tonight. Like, who does that? Now watch, she's gonna ask me about this tomorrow morning.
absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, so I mean, but that is a case. Sometimes you just need to do what you want to do. Just do. If you're a responsible adult. With me, if it's things for myself, I tend to put it off. And to talk myself out of it. No, I don't need to do that. No, I don't
Like
need to do
what?
that. Many, many, many things like buying a vehicle. Not a new one, but buying a vehicle, and I might say, I
I
don't need it.
know, and I'm the
I
devil
don't
on your
need
shoulder
it.
then, because I'm always like, get it.
Yeah. So, buying a vehicle or other things. I'm even like that. With um,
Charlie told me, tell mama what she needs to know.
but I'm even like that with me rebuilding my little boat, right? So as I told you earlier, or many of the audience members earlier, that not in this show, earlier in previous shows, that everything for a boat is expensive. I don't care if you have a 16-foot fiberglass boat or a 24-foot or even a 14-foot.
How big
Everything
is
with
your boat?
boats. Mine's a 16-foot. And a fiberglass, fish and ski, power still, it got a lot of features on it. But everything is on a boat is expensive, even when you're rebuilding it. The parts, the stuff you need, the resin, and all of that stuff is expensive, right?
Okay.
And I have to tell myself sometimes, no, you need to do this. You need to finish this product. So
So
do
we
what
can
you're
enjoy
gonna
the
do.
boat.
Yeah, so we can enjoy the boat. And being that we only live 15-minute drive from the lake,
Right.
we can.
And we used to really enjoy the boat.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we need those kind of moments.
Yeah. So I have to do what I'm gonna do and not talk myself out of it.
Well, I thought, and after I say what I thought you wanted the show to be about, or
Yeah.
the reason you thought of it, after I say this, I'm going to read Frankie J's comment because
Okay.
they tie in together. I thought that you thought of this episode topic because you want that motorcycle. And we've had discussions throughout I'm Right, in all the years
Yeah.
that we've been doing it about you want a motorcycle.
That's
It's not the safest thing in the world, but I'm now not stopping you from it.
I wasn't
So-
gonna bring that up.
So Frankie J says he has a Harley, just turning it on cost.
Yeah. So, yeah, I started riding, many motorcycles since I was 12 years old, and I continued into my mid to late 30s. I got on hard times and sold my motorcycle. Now I was probably 40 something.
Well, in the
Anyway,
time that I've known you,
yeah.
you've never had a motorcycle.
Correct. But
And we've now known
it's
each other 19
and
years.
Frankie J can understand, but if you're a real motorcycle rider, it gets in your blood. I miss it, and I put other things ahead of the motorcycle. So I would not go out and get into debt to buy a motorcycle. There's other things that are more important than that. But I do want to get another one before I get too old, and kind of needs to happen this year. and the year is almost over.
It sure is.
So,
It's almost September already.
so
I guess that's your Christmas gift.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff up in the air, and so anyway,
Birthday gift.
even if I
December gift.
even if I don't get it this year, it will probably be within the first few months of next year. 'Cause-
Frankie J has been riding for 30 years.
yeah, you see,
He says, "I own my bike, saved up enough cash, so it's kind. Budgeted couple grand. Oh, a couple grand
yeah,
for maintenance or whatever. So I planned it, like buying a house.
yeah. But Harleys are crazy expensive. Old, new, they're crazy expensive. I met a guy, and he's showing me pictures of his bike, and he took everything off of it and chromed everything. Every part that wasn't rubber, he chromed it. And he's like, yeah, it cost me $60,000 to chrome my bike.
How much did the bike originally cost?
The bike originally cost something like 45.
Wow.
He put another $60,000
That
into
is like
it.
a house where you put more into it
Yeah.
than you paid for it.
Yeah, Harleys are expensive, but I've been thinking about getting like a victory bike if I can find one. But and again, I know how to find stuff, so it may not be a victory. It may be whatever the best deal is at the time.
You do love a good deal.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes, but I know it needs to be a big one because I want to ride it to Key West, from Atlanta to Key West. So, and that's the other thing.
What?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my bike and I'm going to ride to Key West.
And we've talked about that on this show too.
Yeah.
And now, like before, I was like, wait, you're making me stay home while you go to Key West? Like, what's that? But I've decided I'm still going to fly to Key West.
You can.
I'll
You
just
can
be
meet
there
me
hanging
there.
out.
Yeah,
No, I'll be there hanging out.
You can
when
meet
you
me there.
Decide to show up.
Really,
I'll be at Judy Bloom's bookstore. Waiting for you.
To make a ride like that, it's like 900 miles from here.
You're a fair weather rider, you've said.
Yeah.
So if it rains, it's going to take
If
you
it
even
rains,
longer.
I'm going to be under. I'm going to be under the underpass. And if it leaves, in an hour or so, cool. If it doesn't, and I see it's going to be raining for the next 24 hours straight, I'm getting a hotel. So, rain is very dangerous. With all the years I spent on the road, probably I've seen a lot of motorcycle accidents, and probably 9 out of 10 of those accidents is because they were riding in the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah. It's just the risk goes up so high.
Frankie
when
J
you're riding
says
in the rain.
his is a 2007 Heritage Softail. Picked it up for $5,000.
Oh, that's a good price.
Found
That's a good
a
price.
wife wanted it out of the deal. Hurts also if you wear open faced helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. So if you got your arms open and that rain hits you, it's like needles. It's like thousands of needles just hitting you. It's kind of painful.
I was gonna say that does not sound good at all.
Yeah, not fun at all. So I said so.
But you go first.
No, you go, ladies first.
Well, I was going to say, I'm right as opposed to offer advice at times, even though we haven't done that in like a long time. So what would you tell people who are in a relationship, whatever kind, whether they're dating or married or live together, whatever the case is? What would you tell them if somebody really wants to do something and the other one is just adamantly opposed to it? How do they work that out?
Well, a person really needs to weigh it out. Like if one person says, I've always wanted to have an extra marital affair, right? A person could say that. A person
You're
could
not
say,
saying that to me right
no,
now,
no,
are
no,
you?
no, I'm not
Okay.
saying that. But, it could be, these things happen sometimes where a couple got married when they were like young, like 18. They never dated anybody else. They, grew up at the same school. They got married. They worked locally. They never had an
And
experience
now
with,
they suddenly want to see what else is out there.
yeah,
Hmm.
just curiosity. So if that's, now this is only my opinion, but if that was it, that could ruin a marriage.
Absolutely.
It could ruin a
Absolutely.
marriage.
Yeah,
So,
because you have to know what the deal breakers are. If
yeah.
if having an affair or cheating of any kind is a deal breaker, then it's not, that relationship will
Yeah,
not last.
that's no good. So it depends, but
But some people get past it.
well, like me, I wanted to go skydiving, right?
Hmm.
And fortunately, my
I was
wife
silly.
here,
I was silly because I was dating you at the time. I was
well,
silly, and I thought, oh, it's
you-
what he talks about. I want to grant him his wishes.
yeah, and you did,
And I
and
never imagined that you would decide to redeem your
I did,
gift card on Father's Day. Because
I
so
didn't
if
know it was
something had
Father's Day.
happened, I would have been the bad guy calling your daughters,
I didn't know it was Father's Day.
which is odd in itself.
No,
That's
because I
another
called
story.
up to schedule the jump, and they were like, "Oh, we're filled up. We're filled up." And they said, "Wait a minute, we have such and such date." I said, "Okay, give me that one." It turned out to
But
be
the
Father's
day
Day.
of, you never thought, oh, today is Father's Day. You never thought that the whole ride there, because it was like, what, an hour away from here?
About an hour and 15 minutes.
So
or
the
something
whole
like that.
day, you never thought,
Maybe an hour and 20 minutes.
you never
No,
thought, oh, it's Father's Day. Maybe I shouldn't go up today.
no, never crossed my mind. Not for a second. No, not at
Again,
all.
I was praying
I
so
thought it was the
hard.
best gift in the world.
Well, it turned out to be because
Yeah.
everything was fine. But
So it was.
whew, I
It
did
was
not want to
good.
have to make that call.
So yeah, but seriously, some of the things in life that we want to do, we need to do them.
Oh, I
You know.
wholeheartedly agree. And to your
Yeah.
point of your skydiving example is a great one, because often when we're dating people, if you're really talking and listening to each other, you know what the other one has always wanted to do. You know their dreams, you know their wishes. So if you suddenly get into a committed relationship with them and you're married, then you shouldn't take that away. Like, it's like, you knew who I was before you married me. Now what's wrong? You knew who I was, you know?
Well, logically, that makes sense.
But
Logically, it makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately, when people are dating, they don't divulge everything about themselves. Everybody hides
but
stuff.
but what I'm saying
Something.
is, well, what did you hide? If you're going to say that, if you're going to take that line, what did you hide? Because I didn't hide
I,
anything from you.
in the beginning, I hid that I have special gifts.
Oh, that lasted what, 3 dates? You didn't tell me for 2 dates. Third date, you told me.
It was probably a month and a half or 2
That's still not very
months.
long.
About 2
No,
months.
if
But I didn't in the beginning. There was no reason
well, I
for
mean,
me
how
to
are you going to say
divulge
that on a first date?
Exactly.
I mean,
So,
I guess you could have, but
yeah, I could
why?
have, but I had to even know whether we were even gonna
Yeah,
work out.
yeah. Whether we were going to have a second date, because you almost didn't get a second date. But anyway,
We're married now. That's all I got to say. And we've been married for a long time.
you redeemed yourself. It's all good.
Gee. But yeah, sometimes we do have to do. Actually, we can use Frankie J as an example. If Frankie J has completed his book, right?
Hmm.
And it's just something, do what you want to do, especially when you know, write a book. If you tell people, somebody will say, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to write a book? You're not a writer. Why are you going to do that? And doesn't it take a long time to write a book? Naysayers. Naysayers.
You have people tell you shouldn't write a book? I've never
I,
had anybody tell
I,
me I shouldn't write a book.
yeah, because you're different. But
I don't know how to
people
take
like
that.
because you're different. But people will, oh, don't do that. And it's the same with, I have worked for myself most of my life, right? And I learned to stop telling people what the next business was, or what the next business venture is, or what I'm going to do, because there will be people that say, oh, that's stupid, that's not going to work, all this. There's a lot of naysayers.
There are, yes.
I just don't tell them, I just do it. And then the question years later, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? I decided I was going to do it, and I did it. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying, and I didn't tell you.
Yeah,
Didn't tell
there's
you.
some people, well, to that point, you shouldn't tell everybody everything.
Correct.
Like, you have to know who you're
Yeah.
talking to and what you should say.
So yes, yeah. So do what you're gonna do. If you know that this is something that you want to do and it means a lot to you, just do it. Just start and do it. Um,
Frankie J has written messages back when he was talking about a good old hall pass, funny
mhm.
movie. Then he says that medicated treatment. And then he says 3 years for me. 3 years, I'm not sure at what point you said 3 years, Frankie J. So let us know what you're referring to. Um, but yeah, like I do believe that yes, people are always on their best behavior when they first meet you
Mhm.
and decide to be in a relationship with you. But what I was referring to is if there's something that you outright said, this is who I am. This is what I want to be. For example, I know of occasions where someone might travel a lot for their jobs. That's what they do. That is part of their job. And yet, when they got into a committed relationship or even married, the wife got upset because they were always gone. Like, but that's my job. Like
Yeah.
you knew that that's what I did when we met.
Yeah, but that's gets into people saying, "Oh, well, I'll get into the relationship
And then I'll
first,
change
and then
you.
I will change them. I will change
Mm.
them." And it's never a good idea to try to change
Nope. I always
a
said,
person, although.
oh, he said writing the book took him 3 years. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So, but thinking that you can change a person, especially something they're passionate about, that will only end up bad.
Hmm. Because then if they do decide, okay, I'll give this up for you,
Then they
then
always feel like
they'll resent
they
you.
resent that
They
person.
will.
That's
They
right.
will. Or they'll throw up in your face every time you don't do something for them.
Hmm. So yeah, so if there's something you really feel serious about, and you really want to do it, and it's a passion of yours or a dream of yours, you need to do it.
Yes,
You need to
because
do it.
and that's a good point because when you met me, I was a TV producer,
Hmm.
and I well, first of all, if there were strangers, I hardly ever told people what I did for a living, and even
Hmm.
if they asked, I was very vague about it because I couldn't tell everybody what I did or where I worked because
Hmm.
then they would want something,
Yeah.
in return. But with you, once I realized I could take you
She could take
around.
me anywhere.
I
She
could
didn't
take
know
you in.
better.
No, but I could take you anywhere, and you can meet famous
didn't know
people
better.
and not become this embarrassing groupie. Like
No.
I knew I could take you around people,
Never a groupie.
household names, and you would be fine. You would treat them like I do, which is like just like any
Anybody
other
else.
person.
Yes.
So that was great for me. But the bigger thing for me was your understanding, even though you always, well, for a long time, you denied that you're a writer too, but you understood my need to have that, well, maybe not a writing studio, but space to write and time. Like you weren't offended that I wasn't spending time with you because I was writing.
No.
In fact, you encourage it. So
I still
always
encourage
yes,
it.
you do.
Jill
You
doesn't
do.
write as much as she should.
That is true. That is true. And the times though that because I resumed writing again this year, and when I tell you, hey, I'm gonna write on such and such day, you're like, great, that's wonderful. So I never feel bad for that time that I do that.
Yeah. And
And I'm always excited when I see you writing too. Like it bugs you if I look over your shoulder at what you're writing,
of course
but it's
it
just
does.
exciting to me. It's
Looking
exciting
over my shoulder.
But I read everything, so it's
Look over
exciting.
my shoulder. But I'm a little disappointed with myself right now because I recently started another business, something I've done before. And I had also started working on my novel again. So I was really excited about that. And, unfortunately, I'm a person when I sit down to write, I write. I never knock on wood. I never look at the screen. Never. Okay. So
He's one of those
I
kind
was
of writers.
I was excited to get back to it. And then I went back to this other business that I do. And I forgot how many hours that business really
Takes a
takes
lot of
out of
time.
my day.
Yes, to the point where
Um,
you're not writing because you're
ex-
exhausted from the other
e-
thing.
exactly. It's wearing me out. So I haven't been writing, but I'm gonna try to put it in a weekly schedule.
Same,
So
same. I
on
have to
that,
make an
it,
appointment
yeah,
with myself to do that.
yeah.
Chris Rossetti, welcome.
Hey,
Chris is here.
Chris.
Um,
Something was up with your show today. It didn't go out live to us because I was there. Anyway, just to let you know, but I did see it's in the replay. I just want to give you that heads up.
And Charlie says, yes, 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 right, right, right. So we need
Yes.
to be like Charlie. Charlie writes every day, I believe, and that's what we need to get back to.
Mhm.
And then Frankie says, congrats. Wish I could set up a simple online store. Haha. Can't figure that out. Well, he can talk you through that.
Yeah.
And Charlie
I
says
used to
an
do
hour
that.
out of your week. Try for an hour out of
Yeah.
your week.
Yeah. I mean, I just need to put it on the schedule and
Google
and
Calendar
do it.
schedule. Yep.
and do it. Yeah, well, actually, I created my own day-to-day kind of
I
calendar
was
of
so
all the
excited for you to do that. I was proud that you did that.
of all the things I need to do in a day, like every day, and I try to stick to that list of what I do. So I just need to add in the writing and figure out at least which day is best for that. Um, Writing for an hour drives me nuts.
Why?
Because that's when I just get like really rolling at that
But the
hour
minute
mark.
you sit down, you're typing. So what are you talking about?
Yes. Well, there's like different stages. So you start and I'm writing, boom, boom, boom. I'm progressing the story. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But it seems like at that hour mark, it like takes on a life of its own. It's like I'm
So then
not.
you're in a zone.
Yeah.
So how?
And I'm good for about 3 hours.
That's what I was
Write-
going to ask.
Yeah, I can write for about 3 hours, and then I'm kind of spent. But when I'm really writing on the regular. I could write for 3 hours, let's say if that was in the morning or afternoon, and then later on in the evening, I could write for another 3 hours.
Wow.
But
Many writers I know say that 3 hours is their sweet spot as
yeah,
well, 3 to
yeah.
4 hours. Frankie J says, I use my daily journaling for parts of my book. Oh, that's a great idea.
Hmm.
I know other people who have done that. Maybe do a journal to get back to it. Not him. I journal though.
Chill, do a journal.
I'll journal every day. And then he says 15 minutes a day.
Yeah, 50, not enough for me. It's good. I'm glad that works
Well,
for
most
you.
people who
For
say
me,
write for 15 minutes, they realize that that 15 minutes goes by quickly, and
yeah, they do more.
it just gets them
Yeah,
started.
yeah,
So
they do
they actually
more.
do far more.
Yeah. Really, all I really need to do is just figure out what days or what day of the week is best. And then, I'm rebuilding this business. So after things settle down a bit and I get into a routine, everything's where it's supposed to be, then it'll be a lot easier to do. But
Agreed.
right
Yeah, because you
now,
and I talk a lot about, okay, we're going to plant this seed here, here, and here, and then sooner or later it's planted. We don't have to
mhm.
do that
Yeah.
anymore, and we have the time to do
Yeah,
the
yeah. So
things.
yeah, I will get back to it. I will. It's kind of high on my priority list. Because I try to finish what I start.
Hmm.
And that is probably the longest running thing to have not finished yet. Because
Same.
I
That's why
wrote,
I write short stories mostly,
you
as
know,
opposed to the book I'm trying to do, because
yeah,
I need to start and finish.
the
Point.
living and dying book took me about a year um, to write, but I started and I finished.
Yes, you did.
And I started the novel way before the living and dying book. So um, I need to get it done.
Yes, you do.
Need to get it done.
Yes, you do.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Gonna do it. Do it. Do
Well,
it.
and back to the topic that you just said, you go ahead and do it. So
Yeah.
that's my stance,
Hmm.
is if, unless what you're doing is going to hurt the person you're with, why not? Why not do it?
Well, in some cases, maybe it does. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking emotionally. It may hurt, but sometimes it's the case like you were saying, Jill. If you told this person before you got into a committed relationship that, hey, I base jump and I love base jumping. This is my passion. But then after they get into the relationship, the person wants them to stop base jumping because it's dangerous. They may die. But that will hurt that person.
Well,
That,
sometimes people, maybe they did things adventurous like that when they were single and younger. But some people stop when they have children because they don't want to,
so,
leave their children,
yeah,
you know. Um, some people do,
some people do,
and
and
some
some
people
people
don't.
don't. That's
That
what
is
that's what
true.
I'm getting at.
That
So
is
the ones
true.
that don't, they it is their passion. It means so much to them. And
Bye,
that's
Frankie J.
that's
Thank you
kind
for
of
stopping by. And
yeah,
again,
thank you.
good luck with your book.
Yes. Very good luck with your book. Um um
Sorry, I interrupted. He was leaving, so I wanted to say bye before he did.
yeah, so yeah, so I guess back to it. Really do what you want to do. And well, let's put it this way. Maybe you always wanted to travel. Oh, well, I'll use my mother for this. And my mother has passed away many, 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 many years ago. And she always wanted to take a train ride across the country. And she had books on train travels, and she was an avid reader. Um, She would buy videos on, traveling in a train across the country, and she never did it. She never did it. Now she did have some health issues, but but I always remember her having this dream, this fantasy. And when she was well enough, she could have done it.
Do you know why she didn't?
There's excuses.
Mm.
I don't want to go by myself. I
Could
don't
someone have gone
feel
with her?
probably not.
Mm.
So no, but if that's your dream, that's your passion, I believe, look, put aside your fears. Don't depend upon someone else for you to live your dream. Don't depend on someone coming with you to have your dream. So then you're turning your dream over to them and whether you can do it or not. So she could have gone on that trip. Um but she
That's
never
a
did. She
that's
never
an
did.
excellent point. There is power in dreams, and it's up to us to maintain that power
Exactly.
instead of giving it away
Yes,
to
it's
other
just someone
people.
else. I can't do
Yes.
it because of this. I can't do it because of that. I can't do it, for many reasons. It's just like I'm saying, I want to get this motorcycle before I get too old, because that's the other thing I noticed about the cyclists, the motorcyclists that go down. And when I say go
Mm.
down, they fall
They're
down,
crash.
crash and stuff.
They're older.
Yeah, they're older with bigger bikes.
Ah.
So, if you got a bike that is weighing, 800 pounds, and you're older and your reflexes aren't what they used to be, it's hard to maneuver that bike. And if something goes wrong, like an emergency, I've been in times where I've had to put my bike in a side skid, because a car did something, just
Mm.
pulled out in front of me and all of that. Um, if I was 70 something years old, I wouldn't have come I wouldn't have come out of that one. That would have been an accident, but I was still young. So I know that about bikes. So that's why I want to do it before I get too old. And hey, I might do it and then decide I did not like that. And I'm never doing it again. Okay? That could happen. And I could turn around and sell that motorcycle. But at least I did it. At least I
Yes.
did it.
Yes.
So
No regrets.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we should really do what we want to do.
Unless it hurts somebody. Like if your fantasy is to, I don't know, get with Angelina Jolie.
I don't want to get with Angelina Jolie.
Then that's not okay.
Yes. This is true. This is true.
And I'd like to welcome Stefan. Hi, Stefan.
Well, hello, Stefan. We understand that you might be on the road moving at this moment. So if we don't hear anything from you, no
Yes.
problem.
Stay
We're
safe.
good. Yep. Stay safe.
Yep.
Yeah, because we don't want to hear something went wrong because he was
Don't
listening
even
to
put that
I'm
out
right,
there.
I'm
Don't
right.
even say that. Don't even put that in the universe.
Yeah, he was trying to be on camera while he was doing something else.
You want to guess who Charlie's looking for?
Who is Charlie looking for?
I told you, and you can't have Angelina Jolie. Guess who he's looking for?
Halle Berry.
Nope. Pam Grier. Pam Grier's a
Pam
good choice,
Grier.
though.
Oh yeah, that's good. Hey, there is no male that was around our age that was not in love with Pam Grier.
Well, I
And
wanted to
maybe
be
in love is the wrong
in
word.
lust. You mean? I wanted to be like Pam Grier, and Pam Grier still looks great.
She does.
She still looks
she
wonderful.
fabulous. She's a rancher
Yes.
now. Yeah.
Yes. In
yeah.
what, Wyoming, Montana,
Yeah,
somewhere like that.
Yep. Yep. She knows what she's doing. She
Yeah.
can shoot and ride horses and
Yep.
all of that. Mm.
She says she's living her best life.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
We should go visit Pam Grier.
Just show up.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
She
At
would
least
be
let us
like-
call ahead.
She
Like,
would
hey,
be like, wait a minute.
can we show
Y'all came out all the way out here. And I would be like,
They'll
don't
be
worry.
shooting at us.
I'd be like, don't worry. You can work us. You can work us. We'll help.
Work who? Speak for yourself.
We'll help
I am not
work the
working a ranch. Nope.
while we're there.
Nope. That is not happening.
Yeah. Get on some
Charlie
horses.
says she can wear the cowgirl hat.
She does, yeah. You go, Google that and see images of Pam Grier on her
She
her
does
ranch.
wear, yeah, and her boots. She says she loves her boots.
Yeah, and
Her boot collection.
in case you didn't know this, Charlie, she actually grew up like that. She grew up on a farm with cattle and horse, and yeah, the parents were farmers and ranchers, actually.
But if she does allow us
Yeah.
to come to her property, you cannot volunteer me to work.
We
on it.
showed up
That
out
is
of
not-
nowhere.
No,
The
we're not
only
going to
way-
just show up.
The only
we are
way
going to
she's
call ahead. You know, I can find people. We're going to call ahead
the only
and
way
say, "Hey, you don't know us, but we would like to just come hang out."
the only way she's gonna let us stay is if we offer to work
Charlie
it
had her
off.
kin on his podcast.
Her kid,
Kinfolk.
kinfolk. Oh, okay, cool.
And he says, "I
Which
need a
one?
guest."
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, we go out there to Wyoming. I think it's Wyoming.
I think it is too. But
Yeah.
isn't RuPaul there too?
Yeah, she's out. Yeah,
He.
yeah. I call her. Well, yes, RuPaul is out there.
Yes.
Yes. But he said he does because he has 500,000 acres.
No, he doesn't. He does.
Yes, he does.
I know it's thousands of acres. I didn't think it was
Five.
that many. Are you sure?
100,000 acres. Yeah, because I heard an interview with him on NPR, and he had already said that he had 500,000 acres, and the interviewer said, "So I see here that you have 500 acres." He said, "No, I have 500,000 acres."
So he had to correct her.
Yes, and she said, "Well, what do you do with that? Do you work it or what?" He said, "No." He says, "Mostly land leases. He just leases the land out to oil companies and all of that, and he doesn't work the land like you would think a person would. No, land leases and all that, and he loves it out there because." Nobody bothers
Nobody
him.
bothered. Well, nobody bothered. Well, yeah. Charlie says Robert Grier Sr., born in 1933, is a former college football player for Pitt. A great dude.
Oh, cool. Now that I did not know.
We learned a lot on this show, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do. Thank you for that factoid. Charlie was like,
Yeah.
well, let me look, see what I can find. That's cool. That's cool. We like that. We like that.
Are you related to anybody famous
No.
that you just haven't told me about?
No.
One of these days, I'm going to
No.
get Skip Gates, Henry Louis Gates, to do, like his show that he does with celebrities. Do it for me, because I'm convinced I'm related to royalty somewhere.
Yeah, you may be. You may be. No, seriously, you may be.
Seriously,
Yes.
I really think that, I don't know if in a previous life or maybe I'm trying to live it now. I don't know. I really think royalty is somewhere in my
Maybe.
family on somebody's side. I don't know who's.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
And Charlie says Robert Greer Sr. was his guest already.
Oh, cool. That's a good guess.
Yep.
That's a good guess. You should talk our way into his daughter's ranch so we can go hang out there for about a month.
A month?
We gotta work the ranch.
We are not
we
working.
gotta work the ranch.
I'm happy to visit with Pam, but I will not work a ranch for a month. No,
You
not
work
doing it.
The ranch.
Nope. Nope. And what would be the point of that?
New experience.
I can have new experiences in just going to Wyoming.
You know, that is
So I've never been to Wyoming.
That is the only place. I've been all over this country, and the only place I've ever seen a real cattle drive.
Charlie tried. Actually, he says, I tried.
Yeah, but Wyoming, I actually saw a real cattle drive, and they'll take the cattle and move them from like one property to another, but like it takes days to move the cattle. So they might have 100 head of cattle, 200 head of cattle, and there's just a whole bunch of cowboys and running those cattle to another ranch. It's the reason.
Sounds riveting.
Well, the reason is in some cases, it's cheaper. See, because a lot of cattle move by truck.
I was
It's just
being
low.
sarcastic.
Yeah, I
sorry.
know, but I paid you no attention. So
Clearly, because you got to do what you got to do.
I gotta do what I gotta do. So you don't see them like they used to because they ship them by truck, by a cattle truck. But in some cases, it is cheaper for them to have a bunch of ranch hands that drive the cattle, which is cool. That's
I think Charlie wants me to write an article about Pam Grier because he says no one has an award-winning article on Pam Grier yet. Hint, hint.
Get it done, Charlie. Don't try to put it off on Jill. You do it. You
But
already
even if
have
I
the
did it,
energy.
I would still not be offering to work her ranch for a month. I would not be doing that.
Work the
I would just
ranch.
hang out with her, like
Work the
like hey,
ranch.
let's go to New York City and hang out. That's what I would do.
Work the ranch. Work the ranch, Jill. Work the ranch. I had a close friend that we called the place the farm, but it was 14 acres.
He says if I do it, you're in the house.
You're in the house?
No, if I do it, Tony is in the house.
No, I would be working. I would be riding horses.
And I'm in the house, just like we
I
did when you went skiing in Park City. I had the best time inside of the lodge.
You didn't even hang out at the lodge. You're telling
did.
a story.
No, I
you were
did.
at
I had hot-
movies.
Well, I did that too, but I started out in the lodge with my
Not when you were
beautiful
with
mug
me.
of hot.
That's when you were with someone else.
No, with you too. I
No.
watched. No, I didn't watch you. I didn't watch you go down, but I did start out in the lodge because that was my favorite thing to do there. And so I had my nice cup of hot cocoa and saw the skiers go down and looked at all the beautiful
Yeah,
lodge.
actually,
And then I
do-
went out to the movies.
I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
So
you're
I am.
correct.
I am in the house.
You should have gone skiing with me.
Not my thing. I don't like snow. I don't even know why I was. Well,
I-
the reason I was in Park City is because there were
That's-
movies at Sundance. But
yeah, we were at Sundance.
but if it had
Film
been,
Festival.
that's why I believe that Cannes is a much better film festival
All
to
right.
attend.
Set it up.
Like, who doesn't want to go to the
Set it
French
up.
Riviera?
Set it up.
All right, I'll call my friend Gil. Gil goes there.
Yeah, but
Gil just went to Greece, as a matter of fact, for his
cool,
birthday.
cool,
So
cool.
I'll get in touch with Gil.
Well, anyway, it's almost at the hour mark, Jill.
It is.
And we're going to end the show.
Charlie says, love it. That's why this is my favorite fireside show.
So, you know, we
You
will.
both are a great host. Ah, Charlie, thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
So are you.
So, yeah, we're going to end this show. Remember, do
what
what
you
you want to
gonna-
do.
Do what you gonna do.
Do what you going to do. Do
Go
it.
ahead.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. You can do it. You can do it. If
Yes.
you put your mind to it.
You can do it. Do it. Do it. Yes, you can. That's right. So thank you to our audience members,
Yes, we
which
love
is
the
Frankie
interact-
J and Really Charlie. Yay!
And Stefan and Chris.
Stefan and Chris. You know, I can't see anybody.
I know. That's why I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Take my
I can't
word
even-
for it.
I can't even
I'm
get
like,
it
you're
back
messing
up.
things up. Take my word
I
for
can't
it.
even-
What are you doing?
See, you can't see. You can't see.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
can't
End the
see
show. Just take my
anymore.
word for it. Just take my
can't
word
see.
for
I
it.
see Charlie,
Oh my
Charlie,
goodness.
Charlie,
Just take
I
my
see
word for it.
Frankie J. I
Cody, just take my word
Wait a
for
minute,
it.
wait a minute,
The music's
wait a
going to
minute.
end. We have to end the show.
I've got 1 minute and
Oh, my
45
goodness.
seconds before the music
Oh.
ends.
Woo!
But I don't see Stefan.
Stefan was there, I promise.
I don't see Stefan.
Charlie says,
That's-
do it until you're satisfied. 70 cents. That's right. I know that song.
But yeah, I don't like that. I can't see the audience.
Take
like
my
we
word
used
for
to.
it.
Yeah. All right. Well, as usual, I'm gonna get rid of video first.
Bye.
I'm gonna tell you all that I love you all
I
because
love you all
really,
too.
really do. Maybe one day Frankie J will bring his bike down